Hey, it's Monday night at 8 o'clock. Welcome. Welcome. I'm Shoshana Rychek, your functional nutrition and lifestyle counselor. And man, am I learning a lot. Learning a lot about nutrition and loving to help people just keep improving the quality of their lives through nutrition and lifestyle. It is so rewarding. So I'll give everybody a little bit of time to get on. Let's see. Just checking to see, everything should be good. Let's see. Okay. We are going to talk tonight about the subconscious. And I just find the subconscious to be fascinating. And I found the best definition for it. And I'm just going to wait because I know a couple of people wanted to get on, and it's just 8:01. Maybe I'll turn on another light in here, see if this helps a little bit. Is that any better? Maybe a little bit. Yep. And I have another light over here. So here we are in my studio, my office studio. How's that? Is that a little bit better? Maybe? Well, I am grateful for everybody who shows up, and I know a lot of people show up after the fact. Hi, Dorothy. Dorothy's my hero. She is my best, my favorite attendee. I don't care who hears it because she's here more than anybody else. Thank you, Dorothy. Dorothy, you're going to love this tonight. And so let's go into the subconscious and how it works. I wrote down a definition that I absolutely love, and it's gonna be the lead. It's gonna lead us into our whole conversation. So here's the definition that I like. Your subconscious stores beliefs and values. It determines our memories and monitors the information all around us, deciding what to send to the conscious mind and what to store for later. Wow, really? That's what our subconscious does. Later, I'm going to tell you, so I'm going to repeat it. Actually, right now, I'm going to tell you. I like this, really. Our subconscious believes everything we tell it. And we have over 60,000 thoughts a day, and 80% are negative. And our subconscious believes everything we tell it. So whatever we're experiencing, whatever we tell our mind, it all feeds down to the subconscious and is stored. And it tells our subconscious and our mind how to feel, how to behave, how to respond. And that is the energy that we put out. So whatever we've experienced goes into our subconscious. It is stored. And it, in turn, feeds our conscious mind and tells us how to behave, how to feel, how to respond. And when you see somebody come out with a chip on their shoulder, that's because their subconscious is feeding them this information to be this way. And that's the energy that you're feeling. So I know that the people who watch this and get on with me, they don't want to be that person with the chip on their shoulder. You don't want to be that person that goes around with chips and breaks and dings. You want to be positive. You want to be light. You want to be enjoying what life has to give, right? So I want to talk about what are some beliefs, values, and memories that affect our body weight. And if you will, I think a couple people are on, if you will put it in the chat. Let's see. Hi, Lori. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. This is perfect for you tonight. You love this stuff. So Lori and Dorothy, I'm going to ask you to help me out. And I'm going to ask you to put in the chat, what are some beliefs, values, and memories that affect your body weight? And I want to talk about the things, well, it could be positive or negative, but beliefs. So I wonder if I think I can write in here. Can I write in here? I can't. No, I can't. That's funny. I can't. It's just the system that I'm using. But if you will do me a favor, because I want to respond to what you write. If you'll do me a favor, Dorothy and Lori, and if anybody else is watching, what are some beliefs, values, and memories that affect your body weight? So maybe one belief is, I can't have just one potato chip. I have to eat the whole bag. That would affect body weight, right? Or I'm not going to just take, here's a thought, I never take just a small bowl of ice cream. I have to eat the whole pint. Or what's another one? Here's one that used to be mine. I like to eat until I feel absolutely full in my stomach, like not just not hungry, but absolutely full. So that's one. And on my days that I want comfort food, I would say that I have that belief still. Memories. When I go to an affair, an event, a party, I want to make sure I get the desserts before they're gone. That's a memory. I remember going to events and wanting to have dessert before it's gone. So these thoughts, these beliefs, values, hey, one of my favorite parts about going to an event is dessert. Is that a value statement? So our beliefs, our values, our memories, I threw out a few examples. I was hoping maybe you guys, oh, good. Thank you, Dorothy. Feeling good feels better than the taste of that cheap food. Okay, so that's really great. So you're going on the opposing, having already had done the work. But that's great. Exactly. I mean, once we've worked on this stuff, I'm with you 100%. I do. I think about, how do I want to feel? You think about, how do I want to feel? And that's how I feel when I'm around, alcohol these days. If I'm in a relaxed place and I can have a drink, fine. But typically it's going to make me tired. I'm not going to enjoy it, or that's at the wrong time. But if I'm out with friends, like I'm going to go out to hear a friend's daughter play music on Friday night, I will definitely have one or two drinks there because I will probably be dancing. And that's a great way for me to feel like I'm going to burn it off. Not for the calories, but more for the alcohol. I don't like it to stay in my system for long. So good, Dorothy. So our beliefs and our values, our memories, they affect our body weight because that's how we feel around food, but it could be anything in life. And there are so many reasons why we need to watch, what do we believe? And beliefs are not facts. Let me give you an example. You walk into a room and maybe you're a little bit paranoid and you think, nobody likes me here. That is not a fact. That's your own manufactured belief. Or a belief, maybe you are building a business and you are, you need to communicate with people about your business so you can grow it. And your belief might be, nobody wants to hear what I have. That's not a fact. That's a belief. About food. The food belief might be maybe from memories, I'm not going to start this food program because I never win at these food programs. That's a belief. It's not a fact. So we're going to work on this a little bit tonight, but I just want you to know that, let's go back up here. The subconscious believes everything we tell it. We have 60,000 thoughts a day. 80% are negative. That's just the way it goes. So remember, beliefs are not facts. We want to try to catch those beliefs and rethink them, rework them. We're going to get there tonight, I promise. So stick around because I actually have a gift for you at the end. We're going to do an exercise that you're really going to love. But how do we even know what's programmed? And the question is, I'm going to look back in the chat for a minute. Oh, great. Lori, you like being comfortable in your clothes. Therefore, and I've seen you and you look great. Therefore, you're not going to do things that hurt your body and make you feel heavy or make your clothes, that'll affect the way your clothes look on you, right? Great. Thank you. So those are positive beliefs. I was really going for some of the negative ones to help some people as we go through this, but that all works. And those beliefs we actually want to keep. So keep those beliefs. Those are great beliefs. I love those beliefs. But how do we even know what's programmed? When you hear yourself thinking, and I could give an example, maybe you have an interaction with somebody, and I'm going away from food right now. Maybe I've had an interaction with somebody where I felt like maybe that person just didn't like me for whatever reason. It's not important. And then I find myself in an environment and it's not that at all. So I catch that thought and I say, you know what? I am not going to go there again, especially with that person, but preferably with nobody. Because why would I want to believe that? Why not believe, I love believing it's none of my business what somebody else thinks. And ideally, that's where I am most of the time. But maybe it's a thought, let's go back to some food again. How do we know what's programmed? You've got to catch your thoughts. You've got to figure out, why did I just do that? Why was my behavior that? Why did I say that? Why did I respond that way? What was that? It was from a belief. It was from a memory. And it was your subconscious leading you to that behavior, right? So what if we want to clear our subconscious? What if we want to identify what's going on in it, and then we identify something? Maybe we don't even know what it is yet, but we know that there's something driving a behavior and we haven't quite drilled down. How do we find that and how do we clear it? Well, for one, there is counseling. And I use the word counseling over coaching. I like counseling. Counseling to me is more of just listening and providing feedback, and not coaching to get somebody to, I don't know, counseling is more of an empathetic to coaching in my mind. I would have to look up the definition, but I like counseling. Counseling helps us get there. And semi-hypnosis is something that I use to work with people to identify something underlying at a very deep, relaxed state. And that's where meditation comes in. But I help sort of like a guided meditation and help people move that and replace it with something that is empowering. So counseling, semi-hypnosis, meditation, and relaxation. Just by relaxing, you can help yourself say, wow, I just behaved that way. Let me just take a minute. Let me breathe wherever this is. And what happened at that moment? And what could I bring up that would help me understand what happened? And there is a system, it's called the Socratic method. And I really like this a lot. And when you catch that thought or belief, you ask yourself, do I believe that? So maybe the belief is, I can't just eat 3 chips. I have to eat the whole bag. I'm so addicted. I have to just have the whole bag. Do you believe that? Well, maybe I do. Maybe I actually do believe that. Why do I believe that? Well, because every time I take out a bag of chips and I have 3, I go through the whole bag. So that's why I believe that. I actually do believe that. And then in the Socratic method, you would say, so what do you prefer to believe instead? Here's where you get to rewrite and clear the old and make room for the new. Write it down and keep it. So I prefer to believe I can eat maybe not just 3 chips, but I can eat about a dozen or 16 chips and roll the bag up and put it away. I've had my taste. It's not going to really fill me up. It's just going to make me sick. So I know I need protein over potato chips. Those aren't really going to do the trick. Whatever you want to believe, that's what I would want to believe. That's my truth. And it's interesting because the next line is, Clearing allows people to find their own truth, and that is exactly right. So what do you want to believe? So take a thought that you've discovered that's annoying to you, or that's causing you to have a reaction to something or a behavior to something. Take that thought and ask yourself, do I believe that? You have to at least, deal with this and see, is it really yours? Why do you believe it? Find the reason why you're believing it. And just because you believe it, it doesn't mean it's true. So come back to what you want to believe instead. Write it down and keep it as an affirmation, because then you'll be telling yourself this new thought, and that is what you will believe. And that is what will drive your behavior and your responses. Let me just see. I see a comment here. Hi, Suzanne. Thanks for showing up. Really appreciate you. Thank you. So clearing allows people to find their own truth. And what I want to help you do tonight before we close out is I want to help you create an anchor for success. So write in the chat if you would like to do this right now with me. Do you want to create an anchor for success? Do you want something that's going to be your go-to when you need a little more support, when you're dealing with something and you need to remember what that success feels like to you? Drop me a yes in the chat if you want to do this. I'm waiting. Okay, I see somebody's writing. Yes, Lori, awesome. Thank you. Dorothy and Suzanne, give me a yes. Yay, Dorothy, sure. All right, Suzanne, I'm waiting for your yes. Okay, no, I'm going to go anyways. Creating an anchor for success. So here's what we want to do. I want you to close your eyes for a minute. Nobody can see you. They can only see me with my Pura Vida shirt. And I want you to close your eyes and remember a time when you had amazing success. It's funny, Lori, for whatever reason, I think of you playing a beautiful song on the guitar. Dorothy, wow, I think about your work and you've achieved so many goals, but maybe there's something else you'd rather think of. And Suzanne, I love that I know everybody here, at least a little bit. Suzanne, I think about all of your success, and you just retired. You have so much success under your belt, and your success raising your children. So what to you is success? And I remember when I did this, I was thinking about a program that I learned how to use and teach people on, a software program. And it was so successful. Like I just figured it out and I taught people on it, and it was clear as day success for me. So I want you to grab that successful. Do you remember how that felt? Pick one time, one thing that was just so successful for you. What was that one success? And I want you to see it. And you know it was a success for you because you can feel it. And whatever it was, if it was learning a new song on the guitar and singing it and getting it and people loving it, or you loving it, or if it was an accomplishment through work that you hit this goal that nobody's hit, or you hit it for your first time, whatever that was, grab that. If it was something that just felt so good that you did it, that's what I want you to think of right now. So I'm going to be quiet for about 10 seconds, and I just want you to get this thought. What were you successful in, and how did it feel? Okay. So you have this thought, your eyes are closed, you know how good feels so good. You're like smiling. That was good. That felt so good. Now, I want you to think of, I like to do a clenched fist, and I like to do something like this. Like you could clap your hand, you could snap your fingers, you could lock your fingers, you could do anything. You could clasp your hands. You could hug yourself, do something. I like to do small things like a fist Because if I'm somewhere in public, I want to be able to, if my hand's down, or in my pocket, I want to be able to make my fist, when I need that strength. So I want you to feel how good it felt when you had a successful moment, whatever it was. And I want you to, whatever feels right for you, maybe you don't mind hugging yourself in public, go for it. But I want you to smile. And I want you to, for me, I'm going to do my fist. And it's like a, right? It's like a, with your fist. And I want you to feel it in that successful moment and a smile and feel it. And this motion, when you do this, or whatever that is for you, come up with it. Whenever you do that, that brings back that feeling. So I want you to take a deep breath. In. Deep. Hold it. And let it go. And I want you to do that one more time. In. Hold it. And let it go. Now, do that movement. Do that motion. Feel that success. Anytime you doubt yourself, anytime you are in a situation where you need some extra strength, I want you to do that motion. And it's going to bring back that successful feeling. It's an anchor for success. And it's going to give you the strength that you're looking for to get through that moment. So I hope you enjoyed that exercise. Dorothy's going to touch her elbow. All right, touch your elbow. You got it. Whatever makes sense for you. It is so amazing. And in closing, I want you to feel free to ask about, I know that I've got a few people here now, and I know a couple hundred people will be watching it over the next whatever time. That's usually what happens. But ask about your own semi-hypnotic session where we really go in to, I know about 24 different ways to get into the subconscious and find what's bothering and release it, clear it, and make room for an empowering thought or belief to drive the better behaviors. And even though my focus has been on weight and weight management, of course, it can be for anything that you're going through. And I'm in the process, here's a secret, I'm in the process of working on an app that I'm going to create that you can have access to. And there are going to be a lot of opportunities in there, not just for weight management, but also for clearing for other purposes. So keep an eye out, and it's going to take a few more weeks to put it together, hopefully by the first of the year, or certainly by February, let's say. Takes a bit. I'm very methodical in how I do these things. I am grateful for all of you who showed up today. Lori, I could tell you're a hugger. I could tell the hug, that's probably why I did that, was for you. I'm a fister. And Dorothy's the elbow girl. And Suzanne, what are you? I don't know what Suzanne is. Thanks, Lori. I appreciate you. And thank you all for showing up today. So have a great week. And we'll come back next week and talk about something else. Have a great week.